Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Today, we're going to go through some of the headlines from news which are making stories around the UK today. One of the biggest stories is that tonight is Bonfire Night, otherwise known as Guy Fawkes Night. And that means that we have fireworks all over the place. Honestly, it'll be like a war zone around here. I mean, they're very heavily controlled. People are very safe with these. They don't let them off in the streets. There's usually certain areas, and we usually light a fire and we set off or let off fireworks at the same time. So I'll do a podcast tonight and you'll get that tomorrow morning. So the emergency services here, obviously they have a control room. When you dial 999, that's our emergency number. It's the equivalent of 911 if you are in the United States. Oh, by the way, there was a boy band here called 911. If you like music, you can definitely listen to them as well. That goes back to the 1990s, I think, 911. But anyway, 999 is our emergency number, and you can see on this picture their control room. And it says, police, fire and council staff will be monitoring CCTV cameras. Yeah, we have cameras everywhere. Every street, more or less, has a camera. At Glasgow's control centre. So that's nice that they're doing that to protect us, because, of course, there will always be some people who try to harm others. I always feel sorry for the animals, you know. I mean, the animals get very scared hearing all of these loud noises, you know. That's very sad. I know that they've recently invented silent fireworks. They're often used at New Year celebrations, but it's not the same, you know. You look out the window, you see the lights and you don't hear the bang. It's a little bit strange. In other news headlines today, here's an interesting one. A senior Buddhist monk opens up in a rare interview about how he dreams of watching Manchester United playing football, but knows he never will. Oh. Fra Prasert Panyawaro, apologies to anyone from Thailand who's listening, okay? Fra Prasert Panyawaro, I'm sure I haven't said that right, has dreamed of watching Manchester United at Old Trafford ever since he saw them playing on TV as a boy. And then it goes on to say that at the age of 12, he moved into a monastery in Thailand to start living as a Theravada Buddhist monk. He does not celebrate his birthday. He cannot watch TV, go to the cinema, ride a bike, run, drive a car, eat food after noon, or visit a football stadium. But it seems he can get on the BBC and their front page telling us how he can't watch a football match. A little bit strange. Okay, so now age 37 and living as the head monk in an Edinburgh Buddhist temple, he has spoken to BBC Scotland in a rare interview about his life. Oh, isn't it interesting? His strict way of living means he has rarely seen his parents or siblings since he was a young boy. Fra says he loves and misses his mother, Muang. Oh dear, that's a very sad story, isn't it? Moving on to other headlines. NHS workers back strike action over pay dispute. Oh dear. Okay, so the NHS is our National Health Service, which is completely funded by the government, and in emergencies is free for everyone, but of course it's not free for things which are not emergencies. I mean, it's not free for people from overseas. Let me say that again in a better way. Our National Health Service is free to anyone who lives and is settled in the UK. In an emergency situation, it's free for everyone. There. That's what I wanted to say. Well, apparently, they're going on strike in Scotland over the latest pay offer. Oh, everyone's on strike at the moment. The railways are on strike. The post office is having strike days as well. I think the teachers are planning to strike. Strike, of course, is when you walk out because of the conditions within which you work. Other news headlines. Let's see. Apology after primary school was built too small. Oh, somebody obviously wasn't thinking. And what else do we have here? Film locations where Scotland has looked its best. From Braveheart to Batman, Hamlet to Harry Potter, Scotland has provided the backdrop to a vast number of movies. Yeah, I've noticed it over the summer. Anywhere I've went, there's always been camera crews everywhere. Apparently, to name a few, there's Braveheart, Harry Potter, Trainspotting, Avengers, Infinity War, Fast and Furious, Skyfall, Highlander, Local Hero, Prometheus, Outlaw King, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Goodness, that's very old. World War Z, The Batman, Hamlet. Oh my goodness me, there's loads of them there. I don't know half of those movies. Maybe they mean something to you. Yeah, and that's today's headlines, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be out and around today, walking in the streets, while there's fireworks, so you'll get that podcast tomorrow, and I'll tell you a little bit more about Guy Fawkes and what he did as well. So that's our news headlines from today. All quite harmless, it seems. You know, sometimes you go to the news headlines and it's like an apocalypse. All the news is very negative and natural disasters, political situations, but that was quite harmless today. Must be because it's Saturday. Well, that's it from me, so let's talk again soon and have a wonderful day.